Welcome to your Thursday or Wednesday, wherever you are in the world. It is the local pundit. This is your members only show. We are talking footy tips. It's Pundits Punts. And let's get the show up and running. Let's go. Morning, boys. Afternoon, evening.
Yeah, whatever it is, wherever you are.
Yeah. I'm going to say morning.
Yeah. Well, it's morning for me.
Well, you're in the future, so we don't mind.
Yeah, right. You're in the future. You're supposed to tell us what's happening. You're supposed to have an advantage on us.
You, I saw a banger of a goal this morning against Birmingham City. It's going to be up for goal of the season in the Carabao Cup, and it still wasn't enough for them to beat them.
Shame.
Yeah. Seemed like I didn't get to watch the game, but it seemed like you guys went pretty strong though, John, didn't you?
No, we made 6 changes.
6 changes? Okay.
Yeah.
6. And it's still strong.
It's strong squad.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Strong. Yeah. Well, we're here. It's members only. Victor, if you're around, feel free to jump in. I did send him a message. I know Josh can't jump in. I know Paddy is, family's crook and he's asleep. So that's the crew. That's the tipping crew for the year. Not too sure what Josh is doing, whether he's in or he's out. He's in a meeting at the moment. But what we're going to get into today is the footy tipping competition for this season. So, boys, due to my huge amounts of organisation, I have come up with a plan. Okay, so I was going to invite our guests to do the tips themselves. Feel free to jump along and do them, but I thought that's going to be way too much work for me. So what I'm going to do is same as I'm totally honest. I'm telling you how it is. What we're going to do is all the pundits are going to do their tips, and once again, same as last year, except this year we won't delete the channel. You all get to pick which tips do you want. Now, Aaron and I, before John jumped in, had a quick little idea on we're going to give you some time. How long are we going to give them, Aaron?
We're going to give them till the first international break to make their decision.
Yeah.
And so are we saying the game, you have to have your pick in before that game after the international break? Is that the plan?
Yes.
You have to pick which pundit you think is going to win at the end of the season. And then there. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I see what you're saying there, Nick. I can do a Google sheet and pass it around. I know I can. And it's just another thing in the long list of jobs that I would have to do. So I'm going to just claim on that because middle management does most of the work here, just saying. But that means September 13/14, wherever you are in the world, is the first game after the first international break. So you're going to get, well, Nick's going to make it for me. Look at that. He's going to do all the hard work. Let's just say we're going to do our tips for now, and we'll go from there. But it means that everybody's going to get a month to see how good or bad we are.
Yeah, you get to see how crappy we are. Whoever, obviously, John's going to be at the very back. We know this. He's.
I have no pedigree in this at all.
This is great. Well, see, like Birmingham, who are favourites for the league, John is really favourites for the footy tipping comp. And actually, my sneaky money is probably on Victor, to be fair.
Who won it last year? It was Paddy won it, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, but we don't remember last year. That's history. No one cares about that.
Bum.
Yeah.
What a bum.
Yeah.
I did win the Ben Bloom Prediction League a couple of seasons back. Just saying.
Shit.
Just saying.
See, he is the favorite.
Yeah, I can't do any good. Oh, but I did win that league,
Yeah, I'm no good, but just saying.
Don't want to blow my own trumpet or anything.
Yeah. not to toot his own horn, but toot.
Toot, yeah. So, I mean, what do we think? I mean, after the first weekend's round, is there anything that will change your mind around different teams, you boys, for this season?
Still too early. Too early because you get weird results, especially right now. When teams are still coming together. I don't think in the long run it'll change a ton. I mean, you're going to have surprises. We know we're going to have surprises, but I don't think it's going to change anything major for me in the long term.
Yeah, I think the only one I kind of looked upon was Sheffield Wednesday are probably not going to be quite as bad as everyone thought. So I don't think we'll be predicting 3-4-0 every week, put it that way.
No.
Well, that was the one thing that I took away from the weekend. I thought, and I knew it going in, but all these matches, there's going to be a lot of really, really close matches. So it's going to be really hard. So just disclaim myself, I do really shit. It's because it's really hard.
Just stick to draws. That's the easiest thing to do.
Well, John, without further ado, I'm going to give everybody the chance to see my first weekend's tips.
All right.
Here we go. So, right there, I've literally put up my tips for the first week, and the biggest. I've only tipped 2 teams to score 3 goals. All the rest, only 2, and the rest of them are all 2 goals and 1 goals. So there's not any big results in there. My biggest game was Bristol to beat Charlton 3-0, which will be a bit of a shock to Charlton, and was Stoke to beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-1. Other than that, they're all 2-1, 1-1, 1-0, something like that.
All right.
So there you go. You guys can now break that down as you please, and make your own tips to suit. The rules this year will be 1 point for a win, for a result. Sorry, 1 point for a result, and an extra point for if you get the correct score.
Nice and simple.
Bonus point for correct score.
There you go. Nice and simple.
That sheet is a bit hard to see, isn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I thought it was just my eyes.
Yeah. So, I mean,
let's go through it. Well, we can talk through it real quick. We can talk through it. So, and then I actually want to just talk through it real quick, and me and John can throw our tips in real quick because I know you got to go for 2. You
don't have to put them in now, but because I only got a half hour this morning, but you can get you can get your tips to me later. All our boys just have to have their tips in before the start of the round.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and they do that in the Discord, in our private chat. So yeah. But you can go through these if you like, Aaron. Go for it.
All right, let's go through. So, Wrexham, West Brom, Ken is going with a 2-1 Wrexham win. So I don't disagree with that. I like that. I think it's a pretty solid score. I'm probably going to go with a 1-0 though. 1-0 Wrexham win.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with that one.
Fair enough.
Is that heart overhead or
No, I think I feel pretty confident. I like that.
Well,
I don't think they're going to score a bunch, and they're a defensive side, so I don't think we're going to score a bunch either.
John, we got a new target man up front that's going to just blitz the season.
Yeah. I mean, if there was ever a storyline, who writes his script?
Yeah.
I can imagine him going back to the change room after the final whistle. Get rid of me now.
Yeah, absolutely. And just the way he celebrated his goals, a bit like I'm still here, was really good. I loved it. But now, John, if Aaron's going to give some tips, do you want to give your tips live on air, or do you want some time?
No, it's fine. I can give them. I would personally go for a 1-1 in your game.
1-1. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting them in a spreadsheet in the background. So you guys keep going.
All right. So Derby, Coventry. Ken's gone with a 1-1. I'm going to go. It's at Derby. I think I'll take a 1-0 Derby win.
Ooh, tough for Coventry.
I think I'll probably go 2-1 Derby.
Ooh.
Coventry always start season slow, don't they?
There we go. That's a tough start to the season for Coventry.
All right. So let's move on to Portsmouth and Norwich. And Ken's gone 1-1 in that one as well. I think see, Norwich lost on the first weekend. I think we get a bounce back from Norwich. So I'm going to go with a 1-2 Norwich win.
Wow.
I think I'm going to copy you, Ken. 1-1.
There we go. See, I put it out there. Look, there's nothing hidden from me here. I put it out there for everybody to see.
And then so next is Preston, Leicester City, and Ken has gone with a 1-1. I'm gonna
bold that.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
I'm gonna take Leicester. I think Leicester, we get a bounce back from Leicester too. I think we're gonna get a Preston 0, Leicester 2.
Aaron's just nicked my scoreline.
You can have it. It's a long season.
Yeah, it is. It is. I see goals in that game. 3-1 Leicester.
Yeah, I just was giving Preston, that bit of home ground and causing that upset of a draw. In my eyes, I think that's an upset.
Yes, I agree. It would be. Just Leicester too good, I think.
Next up, I really struggled with this next one, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm struggling with it right now. Swansea, Sheffield United, and you've gone with a 2-2. Man, I don't know. They lost again. Sheffield United lost again tonight.
Did they? Who did they play?
Yeah. So Ken's favorite team.
Yeah.
Ken's favorite team.
My boys. No.
Boy, I don't know. God dang it. Give me Swansea 1, Sheffield United 2.
Okay.
This is probably the toughest fixture to predict this week, I think. Because you just kind of think, can Sheffield United be poor 3 games running? They did rest. I mean, he made 10 changes tonight. So 1-0 Sheffield United. But I don't believe it. I have no faith in that one whatsoever. I won't lie.
I love it.
All right, so Watford QPR. Ken's gone with Watford 1, QPR 2. I don't think I've gone for a draw yet. I think I'm gonna go 1-1 here.
That is your first draw.
I think I'm probably going to side with you, Ken. I think 2-1 QPR. Probably Kone to bag on his debut.
Of course, yeah. Kone.
So Blackburn v Birmingham. Yeah, I'm gonna take Birmingham big in this one. Ken's gone Blackburn 1, Birmingham 2. I think I'm gonna go 3-0 to Birmingham.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I had to stick with my second favorite team and give them a chance of winning. But anyway.
Second favorite, he says.
Bearing in mind, we never win at Blackburn. I think the last time we've won at Blackburn was like 2013 or something along there. Though I will put us to win 1-0. I don't see it being as far-fetched or far wide as Aaron.
I love seeing John's head versus heart footy tip there.
We don't beat people 3-4-0 as you saw last season.
Yeah, but you didn't have Kyogo. Kyogo's gonna run wild. He's scoring below goals. All right, what's next? Sheffield Wednesday versus Stoke. Oh, I want to do something fun here. So Ken's gone Wednesday 1, Stoke 3. I'm gonna go 1-0 to Wednesday.
Wow. There's the upset of the week, I think.
I've got to play this scoreline at least once in the round. I'm going to go for 0-0.
0-0, there you go.
There we go. The first 0-0 of the round.
All right, next one is Millwall, Middlesbrough. Ken's gone 2-1 to Millwall. I'm gonna go with a 1-1.
This is. I mean, this is tough because Borough's a good team. Millwall's a fortress to go and play at. Like it's, you're gonna get screamed at.
Yeah.
Saying that, Borough didn't do too well last night, did they?
No.
But no, I will go Millwall 2-0.
Okay.
All right. Bristol City v Charlton, and Ken's gone 3-0. I think I don't think that's an outrageous guess. I'll take a 2-0 Bristol win.
Well, my mate Nathan. Do you know what? He gets a result there, 1-1.
Does he?
Yeah. He'll stick 10 men behind the ball. It'll be horrible to watch.
Now I cop a lot of crap about being a Birmingham fan. I think John's starting to come across as a bit of a Nathan Jones fan.
I can't stand the bloke. I really can't. But he's effective at this level, and his teams will fight for every blade of grass. So you're going to have to work incredibly hard to beat him. Sadly.
Yeah.
So this next one for me is the hardest one of the weekend. This is probably the game of the weekend.
What a banger.
Ipswich versus Southampton. Ken's gone with a 2-1 Ipswich win. I'm going to go...
Has he frozen or just...
He's torn. He might have frozen.
Can you hear me? Am I back?
Yeah.
He's done that on purpose. I'm telling you.
No, my internet. For some reason, I'm getting a weak signal from my router all of a sudden. Anyway, sorry. I don't know how much of that you heard. I'll just redo it. I'm gonna go 0-0.
Wow.
I'm not going to go 0-0. I'm going to go for an entertaining Sunday afternoon Desmond 2-2.
Okay. Well, see, that's an interesting one. Last year they were playing to avoid relegation and get points off each other. This year I think they're playing for promotion back up into the Prem and trying to get points from each other. So it's going to be interesting, the headspace that they're both in.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is Hull versus Oxford. Ken's gone with a 1-0. I'm going to go 2-0 to Hull. What do you think, John?
I think 1-1. Gary Rowett, shithousery masterclass incoming.
Wow.
Plus, I think Hull played really well, actually, didn't they, against you guys? I was actually actually quite surprised how well they played. But Rowett will have Oxford organised, and they will go there for a point, and I think they'll get it.
McBurney looked really good.
Yeah, he's a good player at this level.
Yeah,
he was dangerous. He looked good.
I will say we did let in a couple of very soft goals.
Yeah, you know what though? I mean, let's be honest. That was more or less our League One team. You know what I mean?
And it looked
plus some youth players. You know what I mean? We had 11 changes. I mean,
John's called it. Looked a League One team.
There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Take away the last 5 minutes of utter chaos, and somebody
supreme skill, ultimate substitution. Bring on your really attacking scorer.
Let's be honest. Hull completely went, we've won the game. We don't need to do anything here. And went, it's Ollie Palmer. Don't worry about that. Oh damn.
You know it's bad when in his post-game interview he did, Palmer even said, I've almost already equaled my goal tally from last season.
And in fairness, okay, so there was a lot of humour in that. A little bit of a masterstroke from Parky when you looked at the defence that was on for Hull at the time. He brought on a big man that could get over the top of all of them with ease, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
yes, they shit the bed, but
he definitely wanted to go for it. I mean, because just the players he threw on the attack, he threw on so many attackers. kind of changed everything we were doing. Not everything, but it was definitely more attacking. Because he brought on, when he made 4 changes at that time, and he brought on, it was Palmer, Marriott, Windass, and who was the fourth? There was a fourth there. It was Barnett for Longman. That was the fourth. So he brought those 4 on. That's attacking. So he brought off who was it? Ashfield that came off.
Ashfield came off. Longman
Ashfield,
came
and
off.
then Longman, and then the two strikers, Hardy and Smith, both came off.
Yep.
So he basically, I think we pretty much went to that at that point. Went to that box midfield with Windass and Marriott kind of playing off of Palmer, and 3 attacking players really, and plus Barnett was good. But to be honest, when they first went in, they didn't really change the game. It didn't change right away. It took a minute, and then actually he switched again because he brought Aaron James off, and we brought O'Brien in to the midfield, and we went to a diamond. So we went to that kind of diamond he does, So he had the 2 up front, Windass at the top of the diamond, and then O'Brien and I can't remember who else was on there. Whoever Lee was the other one. O'Brien, Lee, and then I think it was still Matty James back behind, or was it Matty? No, it wasn't Matty James. It was George Evans. Yeah. So yeah, he was trying. He was throwing everything he could at it, basically, trying all kinds of different things. And then that's when the goals came. So, but you know what though? I thought the first one was a really good header because Ollie got up. He got up there to go get that thing. It wasn't an easy. And Macca hit it in, and he had to get way up there to get over top of that ball to put it down like he did. I thought that first one was fantastic, and then the second one was just a peach of a cross from Barnett. I mean, it was just that thing was, hell, anybody was going to score that. You know what I mean? Palmer, all he had to do is barely touch it. That fucker was going in. It was awesome. I loved it. That was so exciting. That was so much fun.
I thought Harry Ashfield had a great shot on goal too.
Oh yeah, I did. I thought that was
his right foot, came back to his left, and that was good. But it was interesting.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to pivot. I was going to say it's interesting because I don't get too Wrexham centric this morning when we're talking footy tips, but it was interesting that we had a strong interchange relative to our starting squad.
Yeah.
And the difference that made when we came on, because they're obviously ready for a higher pace of game. And that was exactly the opposite in the first game. And when you look at your team, John, Birmingham, when they bring on interchanges, it's like they're ready to step up and go at it. And that's what it looked like when we played Hull.
Yeah. I mean, I did watch your game because I listened to Josh on the watch along, but I did watch it as well.
Second favourite team.
Yeah. What, Hull? Yeah. Okay. Now, the only thing I would say as a neutral was I thought it did show the glaring lack of depth you have in your squad, if I'm being honest, because that was a very changed Hull side, albeit I actually thought they looked man for man stronger on paper against you than they did on the weekend. When I saw the team that they played on Saturday, I actually thought the team they played against you seemed a stronger team on paper. But I just thought, for what was it, 89, 90 odd minutes. They like you guys said, they made you look like a League One side for all intents and purposes. I thought the goals obviously came from some great crosses and some great headers. Don't get me wrong, but that was plan A, and there was no plan B. It was keep doing the same thing. And I think Hull, for the most part, figured that out, but they switched off. They stopped closing the crosses down right at the end, thinking they'd won the game, and it bit them on the backside like it does in this league. So but yeah, I would say it kind of did send out the warning sign that you need to do some more business in the window, because if these are the guys you're calling on from the bench in the league game, I'm not sure they're going to be able to change games too often for you if you're needing to change a game.
Agreed.
You trying to tell me that Ollie Palmer can't come in against you guys and just absolutely dominate?
No.
I'll tell you what, he won't dominate against Clara. If you watch Clara this morning take that guy out at the end, he was like, there's no way you're getting past me. He literally basically rugby tackled a guy.
Yeah. But no, I mean, then again, I mean, the other thing is, I think Josh called me out for it in the chat when I said it, but Hardy up there for miss of the season in that game.
Oh, the header?
The header.
Yeah.
When he's like
yeah.
unmarked 4 yards out and he heads it out,
yeah.
closer
Way
to the
wide.
corner.
Yeah, he hits it like 10 yards wide. So,
that's a dreadful miss. Dreadful miss.
Yeah, that's tough.
But yeah.
Imagine how good we'll be when they get on target. Glass half.
Yeah, wow. Same for us tonight. Kyogo should have had like 4 goals in the first half, missed a couple of sitters. So yeah, it's early season, so you can't really take too much from it. But yeah, like I said, I just think squad depth is a bit of an issue for you guys.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep, I totally agree with that. I think we need. I think that's why it's going to take a few windows. You know what I mean, to get the squad where it needs to be, because we can't make as many. We can't do all the business we need to do this summer.
Interesting point. You guys have been linked to Jack Robinson, isn't it, from Sheffield United?
Yes.
He played for Sheffield United tonight.
Did he?
And should have got sent off in the first 5 minutes. He basically picked up Kyogo and slammed him to the floor when he got given a foul against him, which was a foul.
Well,
and then
good. He can replace Macca.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he then proceeded to, after he got booked for that very instance, he then took the throw in, and then he told the linesman to F off, like rather aggressively in his face, right? And you just thought, that's a yellow card every day of the week. He should have been sent off. He should have had 2 yellows like within the space of 10 seconds. And according to Sheffield United fans, that's not uncommon. He is a red card basically waiting to happen every time he steps on the pitch.
So we'd have to get rid of either Dobbo or Macca, Aaron.
Yeah, for sure.
To bring that guy in.
You can only have so many of those in the squad.
So yeah, well, yeah, this is crazy. So I mean, look, it's going to be all what I've seen of Carabao Cup of the first round of the championship. It's just going to be such a tough season, and it's why I thought that we would take 2 seasons to be a chance of going up to the Prem. Where I honestly, and I will say it, John, and I say it with all true, I mean it. You guys are a chance of going up this season.
Yeah, I agree. We do. They have a good chance. Yes.
Yeah. Favourites.
Totally agree. Favorite.
Wouldn't say we're favourites, though. I will say I haven't seen anything in like the likes of Ipswich, Sheffield United, Southampton, or Leicester that I fear. I haven't sat there and gone, they're miles above us. So,
yeah.
But it's early season. You know, those sides will do a lot of business. So, as a lot of people say, wait till you see the parachute teams in September once the window's closed. That's when you'll get a real sort of judge on how good or bad they are.
Fair call. Now, boys, you continue on. I do have to jump out. I've got another meeting I've got to jump into. I'll let you guys carry on. And don't forget, there is Tactical Fortitude tomorrow. If you're in here, there's 40-something people in here now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good listen to John and Aaron. Those guys know what they're talking about. I'm just talking crap. Enjoy the show, boys. I will see you all again next time.
Cheers, again.
All right. Now
the proper chat can start.
Yeah. Now we got this guy out of here. We can have some fun. No, there was a question in the chat for you. What does here? Let me pull it up. Stephen Mitchell. What does John think about Callum Doyle? We've been linked to him. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, I did. I think he's a very classy player. I would argue that is he championship or is he lower prem? Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'll be brutally honest. I would be very surprised if you got him, not because of a money thing. I think from a point of stage of where he is in his career.
Where he's at, yeah.
If he's coming to the championship, I think he has to go to a automatic chasing club for his career, if I'm being honest.
Time copper.
Exactly. There's arrogant Birmingham fans.
I know, right? We got to get them out of here. Oh shoot! Yeah, so there was quite a few rumors going around today. Let's see what we had. Oh, we got linked to. Apparently, there's a rumor. Now I haven't seen any like serious links like on the like a media type link, but I've seen rumor. You get the rumor mill, the local rumor mill and stuff. Apparently, we're at least interested in Jordan James, which I know that's somebody you would know something about.
You've got absolutely no chance in hell.
See, that's kind of what I thought originally.
No one in this division has.
Yeah.
He's obviously he came through our academy. Wonderful player.
Mhm.
He's as Welsh as I am. Sorry to disappoint everyone, even though he does play for Wales. He's not Welsh. He's from Hereford. Classy player, lovely central midfielder, but he had the chance to go to top end championship clubs last season when we sold him. I think he could have gone to Leeds. I think Burnley were interested, but he obviously went to France to further his career. He wants to go to the Premier League. He is not coming back to the Championship. So plus the money it would take. I mean, we sold him for £8 odd million. So
Yeah.
They
were saying it was. I want to say the rumor. Somebody said something around. It could be around 15.
Yeah, I would imagine it's going to
ballpark.
take. Yeah, it's going to take around that figure, but simply for the fact that from a career point of view, it makes no sense to come
Doesn't
back.
make right, and that's I'm kind of on board with you there.
Yeah.
So let's see what else was another one. There was a question. Jesse asked, "Is it true that Wrexham are reportedly in advanced talks with Liverpool?" So we've definitely been rumored with him. I haven't seen anything recently, unless I've missed it while we've been on the show or something. I haven't seen anything like recently that has said that we're close or anything on that one. I know Matt on Racecourse Ramble, they were talking about that on their show. And I think he kind of thought his opinion, and I kind of share this opinion, is that Kumas is probably the player we go for if we don't bring in Broadhead, because they seem very similar. And so I don't know if you would bring them both in, but apparently there is a little one of the biggest issues right now. Apparently, of course, again, this is rumors, so we don't know if this is actually true or not. But this is what people are saying. The rumor mill is that the stumbling block is playing time right now.
Yeah.
They want him to go and play.
Yeah.
And so obviously, if we bring in Broadhead, that's going to impede his playing time. You know what I mean? So that would be the.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with loan deals, especially from Premier League clubs, a lot of people kind of don't realise the way, I won't say don't realise, but they kind of miss a bit of an interesting fact with a lot of them, is that obviously you pay an upfront fee for the loan fee normally, then you obviously pay wages percentage that's agreed. However, a lot of Premier League clubs do it these days where you pay a non-playing fine fee. So if you don't play their player, you end up paying a chunk of money to the loaning club because you didn't play their player. So the bigger clubs like the Liverpools and that will be probably it's not going to be a hefty fee, but it's one of those you have to take into consideration that if you bring him in and you think, well, he's going to be a bench player and there's going to be sort of all right, he might appear in 5 games out of 10, you then have to think sensibly from a financial point of view. Do you just want to essentially just throw money away for having a player on the bench? It's one of those young loan players from Premier League clubs are great, but you tend to find, shall we say, struggling sides do those deals quite a lot because they play every week. Whereas, like you said, I still think the Broadhead happens though. I still think that
I do too. I think it will happen.
Yeah, I think you've just got to play a waiting game on Ipswich to do their business before they allow Broadhead to go. So
apparently, and this is another rumor, Broadhead's parents were at the Wrexham game last night. I don't know if they're being shown around or just talked to or whatever. So I think that deal's going to happen. It's just a matter of we're just waiting on Ipswich to bring in whoever they want to. They just want to make sure they got their covered. You know what I mean? And then as soon as they get it, he's coming.
Yeah,
So,
because I think the thing is with Ipswich, they are likely to lose Amari Hutchinson for
mhm.
well, they want 40 million, don't they, or something like that. But
Yeah.
you know, I think he's refusing to play and train and
Yeah.
all this sort of stuff. So he's going to go. They're going to want to obviously replace him. They're a bit
Mhm.
short in the, shall we say, attacking winger area. So I
Right.
think that probably. I mean, I think they brought El Mohammadi on against us, who's a striker.
Yeah.
They played in wide right. He played wide right again last night in the League Cup. So they're a bit short on bodies. So I think it's one that if you want, you're probably just going to have to put your eggs in the basket of, okay, we'll leave that one to go to the line and hopefully it gets done.
And it's interesting that him playing Al Hamidi, that is, because I saw a report today that they're going to let him go. They've told him he's allowed to leave.
Yeah, I believe he was allowed to leave last season as well. He was one of those players. I think they got promoted from League One into the Championship. They bought him, and then they did that. And the problem was he was brought in with a mind full of let's survive in the Championship, see where we get to. But the team just kind of took off like a rocket, and he was never really utilised. He's a good player, but he's just not particularly great at this level. I'd say he's a mid to lower table player.
Yeah. So Dan Moore, Broadhead, and Hutchison were sick last night. So
yeah. Hutchison travelled to the Birmingham game with them last weekend, but apparently then was taken ill.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, and it's funny that they say it because McKenna's already said that there's interest in Broadhead. So it's like, you don't have to lie. Just be like, yeah, we're holding him out. You know what I mean? There's stuff going on. We're holding him out. There's no reason to I don't know. I think some of that gets a little silly sometimes, like when everybody knows what's happening, but you say something like, oh, he's sick. Okay.
I bet the one thing Parky's thinking though, every time Broadhead comes off the bench or plays any minute for Ipswich, he's sat there going, don't dive in for any challenges. Don't exert yourself. Because obviously that's the last thing you want for him to get nobbled. Playing like a 10-minute cameo for Ipswich in the dying minutes of the game. But unfortunately you're in the hands of Ipswich, and by all accounts they have struggled to get players through the door. So
which is weird because they've got money, or they should.
Level of player I think they're going for. That's the problem.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Esteban, I'm sure you've seen, everybody in the chat's already answered it, but T's and C's are terms and conditions, which is fun. It's funny that obviously since I've started following Wrexham, and I'll listen to TalkSport I've got the TalkSport app, and so I'll just listen to stuff, whatever. And while I'm at work, and it's in your ads, your guys' ads over there. It's like every ad ends and T's and C's apply. Well, over here, it's like they have to say it. They can't say T's and C's. They have to say terms and conditions apply. You know what I mean? So it's like I figured it out a long time. I was like, what the hell are they talking about, T's and C's? And it just kind of clicked. I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah. Duh.
It's the same one with gambling adverts over here on the radio and TV. It always used to make me laugh because they've changed the language. Now it's gamble aware. It's like right at the end, it's please gamble aware. And it's it used to be gamble responsibly, which kind of was a bit of a gambling's not really responsible. So how can you gamble responsibly? So it did make me laugh. But yeah, that's changed recently. So
let's see what else we got here. Nick Donald, if he says he's holding them out and then they don't go out the door the next 7, 8 people start to ask why he didn't win. Maybe, I guess. That's an excuse you could use. I don't know. It's weird. I just think it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's an American thing. Maybe it's just, I just think, why not just say what's going on? You know what I mean?
I think everyone tries to save a bit of face, don't they? Because I think in a lot of, especially with transfer deals, everyone kind of thinks worst case scenario. So that Parking is probably thinking, what happens if he doesn't come? And McKenna's probably thinking, what happens if I have to keep him around? and stuff like that. So they don't want to publicly come out and go, yeah, we don't want him, we're going to let him go, but we want people to come in, because then if you are stuck with him, then in every interview that McKenna's going to get after the window's closed is, why are you playing Broadhead? You publicly said you didn't want him at the club. So it's all about saving face, isn't it? It's
yeah. All right. So this is the next point I was just getting ready to get to. Matt Al beat me to it. Parkey apparently is one, of course, is another rumor. So, but Matt Al's pretty good. When Matt Al says something, usually Matt Al's got his nose to the grindstone. He knows what's going on. He's in there. I think Matt Al is the Wrexham rumor mill. I think he runs it. I think that's how that works. But Matt Al says Parkey's still after 2 center backs and 2 midfield players. Yeah, that is the rumor. And Dan Scarr apparently has been in talks with Reading, and that could be happening soon.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's interesting. I know Josh will probably throw a fit, but that doesn't surprise me.
He's not. You see, I love Dan Scarr because he's a Birmingham fan, and he's from actually the town I live in. But he's not a championship player, sadly.
Yeah.
He's a last ditch squad member that, if you've got injuries and stuff, you bring him on.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sure there's better out there, is what I'm politely trying to say. But I could see him off to Reading, back in League One, where he's a top end League One defender.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Bit surprised on the 2 midfielders. The 2 centre backs I could understand, but 2 midfielders, I'm guessing you must be thinking of moving some of your midfielders out then, if you're gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. We'll have to. We're gonna have a lot of players. If we're counting Broadhead, if he's gonna try to bring in 5 more players, we're gonna have to move a bunch of bodies. Now Rev, and I think somebody just posted it in here. Yeah, Matt Al, yeah, Rev, Sebastian Revan, he went on loan today, or was announced today by Burton Albion. So he's down there on loan. So that'd be good for him. Get some minutes. So I mean, but yeah, as far as the midfield goes, yeah, we're gonna get. I mean, if he brought in 2, I mean, at that point, who's in trouble? Who's getting? I mean, obviously,
who's up for the chop?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, the first one that pops to mind is probably Andy Cannon, which is harsh because he's injured. You know what I mean? So he's probably not. So honestly, he's not. I don't think he'll get ready. I don't think he'll be ready to get registered this.
Yeah, when's he due to be back?
I think it'll be a while. I think it'll probably be at least till January anyway. I mean, he could be getting closer sooner, but I think he's got a long way before. You know what I mean?
He could be alone in January somewhere to go.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if he's back by then and he's healthy, I think he'd be a great. I mean, you imagine that'd be a great. He's a good League One for sure. He was really good for us last season when he was playing. So
dare I mention that the Ashfield name with a loan?
The thing is, I could see him going on loan, but he doesn't count to our squad. He doesn't have to be registered. He's young enough. He doesn't have to be registered yet.
Yeah, I'm just thinking more of a. I mean, I
just
thought
as far as playing time. Yeah.
Player development. I thought he was good last night. I think he was tidy on the ball. I think he did look a young player playing amongst men, if that makes without wanting to sound too condescending. But I think he would find it more valuable to go and play a season week in, week out somewhere, rather than maybe sitting on the bench occasionally for you guys. I'm not sure what benefit he's going to get from a career point of view by simply just being in the background for you guys. Yeah, like I said, I would say alone. But yeah, and Elliot Lee,
George Evans, probably. I think George Evans would probably be my next one to go. Personally, here Nick Donald posted. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch all your some of the chats here. So Evan should be gone. Dobson needs to be third choice cover. Cannon not going to be registered. Lee is a big maybe. I agree with that. Here's the other one. So if you brought two more in, we still got Ollie Rathbone coming back at some point. And I think he can play at this level. I don't know. Obviously, I've not watched him play at this level, but
I have.
mean, what do you think of him at this level?
Dreadful.
Really?
He was, yeah.
No kidding. See,
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
He was in a very poor Rotherham side at this level.
Okay.
And it depends what job he's been asked to do. I mean, I think you guys asked Rathbone to play a lot further forward than what he was asked to do at Rotherham. But I think the one thing I think looking at Rathbone last season, he's everywhere. He's got an engine on him. He'll run all day. The one thing I've always questioned with Rathbone, and this is the thing that you need to play in the central midfield in the Championship. You've got to have a good footballing brain, and you've got to have a really good first touch. And I'm not sure he has the Championship brain or first touch that separates him from this level. I think he's a good squad player, but I'm not sure he's a long-term first team player, should I say, at this level.
See, and that's how kind of I feel about Dobson. I don't think he's got the touch, and I don't think he's got the the mind. He's not as quick up here as a lot of the play. You can see it on the pitch. Like
he's a yard behind.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like a step behind. Where if you watch O'Brien when he receives the ball and how quick he's making decisions, it happens so much faster with him. When it comes to Dobson, it's okay. Where am I going? You know.
Yeah, we've got a similar issue with Leonard. In obviously, he was obviously not really utilised last season for us, but he played tonight and he had a good performance, but you just notice it when he's up against, like he was up against Harmer at certain points, and you just notice when he's up against decent players, he is just that half a yard, a little bit behind. That's not to say he's not going to get there. It's the same with Rathbone; he may acclimatise to the league, but the question is, it's always that trade-off, isn't it? Do you play them to get ready and get used to and progress at the league, or are you under that much pressure that you need to get results and perform now that you have to bring in somebody better?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So Matt L says Jack Doyle looks to still be on the cards. Trying to think.
Never heard of him.
I'm trying to. Let's see. Save my time copper. Josh isn't here. It's safe. This is a safe space for Max here.
Yeah, I'm not even selling Max. Put it that way.
See, there you go. All right, let's go. Bad Al says Harry won't go anywhere, or Aaron James. I could see. I think for their development, I think it'd be better for them to go, both of them. If they're not going to get playing time here, I think they both should go get some playing time. I'd like to see them both go play.
Yeah. How old are they? Both those players?
They're both young. I mean, they're both young enough. They won't count towards the squad. I think Matt Al. Do you remember how old they are off top? I can't think. I want to say Aaron James is 20 or 19 or 20. And then I think Harry's right. He might be 18. Maybe 19. I'm not sure. They're not very old. Let's see. Nick says, yeah, Rathbone comes back up, and that's probably true. I could see Parkey wanting more midfielders. I mean, especially if he's going to try to play that midfield three more often than not. Because you got O'Brien on the one, on the left side, and I think you're looking to upgrade Matty James, and then the Dobson / whoever's playing on that side. So
yeah, I think the one overriding thing that's come out of your first two games is you need to be able to hold on to the ball better. I know you're not a possession-based team.
No, but I'm with you. Yeah.
You can't go through a season with 28-30% possession. You have to be able to hold on to a ball for the simple fact to just alleviate the pressure on your defense during games. So that's where your midfield comes into it. You've got to have options in midfield that can just, put their foot on the ball and take the sting out of a game for 5-10 seconds.
Matt L says, what's 19? Nick says Harry's 19, but Aaron's 20. Either way, they're still young enough, though.
Yeah.
But I think a loan move would be good for both of them, personally.
Yeah, they're at that age where a loan makes sense. That 17, 18 is too young, but 19, 20s of a. If you can't get regular game time at your main club, then surely there's got to be someone out there which they will benefit from getting 90 minutes most weeks. So
Jesse asked about Jack Robinson. Yeah, we were just talking about that a little bit earlier. And John just told us he's a red card waiting to happen.
I think from the Sheffield United side of things, they all expect him to go. They all think he wants to go. I'm not sure if there's a bit of a falling out behind the scenes, but I think they deemed him not good enough for them some seasons back.
So now he is left-footed, correct? But would he play on the left side of a 3, or do you think he'd play center? Would he be backup for Cody maybe, or maybe him and Cody push each other? I don't know. I'm not, to be honest, I don't know. So I'm kind of.
He's not the quickest, but I would say he's quicker than Cody, which ain't difficult. The thing is, I'm not sure Jack Robinson leaves Sheffield United to come and sit on your bench, if you get me. So
I understand.
So if he's coming to you, then I think he believes and he's going to need to be sold that he's going to play most weeks. I mean, he could play left side of a 3. To be honest, I think he's capable. Okay. The only thing I would worry about that is if you've got him and Cody.
Not a lot of space there.
Yeah, teams will target that. But I mean, he's a brute of a defender. I said, he is a red card waiting to happen, but he's.
That's the thing. Like I'm pretty happy with the back 3. I thought Cody in that first game. Granted, yeah, he's not fast, but I think he positions himself. He kind of makes up for that with his smarts. You know what I mean? He puts himself.
Reads the game.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't he's really good at that. And then you've got the 2 outside of him that both have decent pace. You know what I mean? Max isn't he's not flying around, but he's got plenty of pace for a right side center back. And Brunt's actually got pretty good pace, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what people have said about Max. I mean, you're not going to get rid of him, but I think he has, I wouldn't say struggle, but I think shall we say the speed of the championships probably took him a little bit by surprise, but that's no slight on him because he's never been at this level before. So I think clearly in Parky's system, he's more the covering one with legs out the back there. So if somebody, he's the one that's probably going to cover if Cody gets caught or something, it's going to be Max that probably comes around the back and with his pace is going to come and catch them up and try and clear up. But I'd like I said, if you were to bring Robinson in and have Cody, that to me makes that left hand side a bit of a mobility scooter area.
Tell us how you really feel.
They are good defenders, but I hate defenders with. I mean, it's just one of those. In this league, you just need mobility because every team has pace everywhere. If you know what I mean, especially in the front areas.
Jack Doyle. Okay, so I'm trying to pull up Jack Doyle here. Because we've been linked with so many players. I remember the name. I just can't remember who the hell he is, if I'm being honest.
And Blackburn will accept any money for anyone these days, so,
Is he at Black? I don't see him. He's not showing up on. Is he a free agent? I gotta look it up. It didn't come up on FOTMOB, so I don't know. Let's see. Jack.
You're going to make me search for him now, aren't you?
Yeah, the only one that comes up says Southport. That can't be right. I need the right one. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Jack Doyle, left back.
Did it come up for you?
He came from Blackburn Youth, but he's at Southport in non-league.
Okay, so that is the right one. Okay, so that's the right one. Then that's the only one that came up for me. That's interesting. 28, and he's at Southport. Oh, God, I can't imagine that'd be a good move. That'd be one we'd want. That seems like a stretch to me.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, that's a real big jump. Yeah, that sounds sketchy, especially at 28. You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if he was 21 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry, I've just seen Sealord asking Mad how to explain what the bleep test is. Pray you never have to do it, Sealord. That's all I'm saying.
The bleep test is when we get Parky in the locker room and we see how many times we got to bleep him.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Last night, one thing I took from last night, our second. Yeah, there you go, Matt Al. One thing I took from last night is how our second and third string players are slow. Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, it is also a byproduct of the style of play, isn't it? I think obviously you've had them in lower leagues where they've had to play a certain way. So unfortunately, at this level, you do get found out in that regard. So
let's see, Nick, we sell some classy electric scooters. Shoot.
Jesse's mentioned somebody, I think.
Callum Chambers. Cardiff. Which one was he? I know that name sounds familiar too. And like I said, we're getting to the point of the season we've been linked with so many players I can't remember.
Yeah, I just had to look him up because I thought it was the one I thought it was because he used to play for our neighbours.
He's a center back, 30 years old. Yeah, he was. he did. I think it is the one you're thinking of. He played for the Villa.
The Scum.
So you like this guy, right? This is like one of your favorite players.
To be fair, I do remember him actually, because he was through Arsenal, wasn't he? He played at Arsenal for a number of years.
Arsenal.
Yeah, good defender. It seems to have lost his way in recent years. You know, because I think he sign for Cardiff for fairly decent money.
I don't know.
I think it was when Cardiff were actually throwing some money around. They did spend, and I seem to remember at the time everyone being quite surprised they managed to get him. But yeah, he's a quality player. I'm actually a bit surprised he's still at Cardiff. Would have thought somebody in the Championship would have snapped him up. But then again, I suppose it depends what Cardiff are asking money wise, because their owner's as mad as a box of frogs, isn't he? So you know, he could be asking silly money. You don't know.
Let's see. Do we talk about Jordan James? Yes, we did. We mentioned Jordan James. I kind of agree. John's of the opinion probably not going to make this. Wouldn't want to make the move to us at the moment. Probably looking for a move bigger. Yeah, Ken, hop in whenever you're ready. Ken's in the background. He's hiding. He must have got.
Have you guys screwed up this show since I've been gone? I finished my meeting. What's happened?
We were just talking about me and John's favorite team, Wrexham. You wouldn't know anything about them.
No, I'm a Birmingham guy.
Big Birmingham guy. No, we're just talking about some of the rumors that have been going around today.
I could see Jordan James signing for an Ipswich or Southampton at a real push. But yeah, it would have to be like I said. I mean, Southampton possibly, because they're going to sell that guy who came off the bench against you. Was it Fernandez that came off the bench? Yeah. I think they rejected 30 million, wasn't it, from West Ham today? I think I read earlier.
Rejected 30 million.
Yeah, no, different world, isn't it?
That's basically our whole squad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I can't see Jordan James. Sorry.
All right. So I'll do a quick recap for Ken, since he was busy. Okay.
I've achieved. I've done well. This is good.
He must have went and made some money or something.
I did.
There you go. Okay, so here's this big story, or the rumor mill for today. Broadhead is a done deal. His parents were at the game last night. That's a rumor that's going around. Scar going to Reading is apparently being talked about.
You seem shocked by that, Ken.
Oh, well, O'Connell's shit. No. I just want to do the whole
I wasn't impressed with O'Connell last
I'm
night.
not shocked, but I'm not I'm a bit I'm also he's probably just a good backup guy,
Yeah.
but
He's a League One defender, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, and he can probably do a role, especially against some weaker teams, and to give a guy a rest.
Here's the thing for him. Put yourself in his shoes. He's probably, what is he, 32, 33, somewhere in that range. So he's getting towards the tail end of his career. He's going to want to play. He's not going to get a ton of playing time here. If he goes to Reading and he start every week, that probably is more.
I don't necessarily agree with that comment, Aaron. I know professional footballers want to play, but also, these guys, I mean, they get swept up in the romance of the Wrexham story and what's happened, and they all want to be on this journey. Look at Ollie Palmer. I just want to be here. And, and I'm sure a lot of these guys have that thought. And, imagine for Dan Scarr, if by some, great turn of fate, he gets to stay here this year and next year. And somewhere within those 2 years, we get promoted to the Prem. I was part of it. I was part of a team that got promoted to the Prem. That's pretty big on your CV.
Yeah, but then when somebody says, how many minutes did you play? And he says 3, and then I go, oh, okay then.
He's going to play more than that. Yes, he's not going to be a main player, but he's still going to be part of it. I mean, so I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. It's just a different way to think of it.
The way I look at Scar is, like I said earlier, he's a Birmingham fan. He's from my area, so I like Scar. Always did. He got binned out of Plymouth because they deemed him not good enough, and they were a side which had no ambitions of basically getting to the Premier League. They had ambitions of simply merely surviving in the Championship, and they deemed him not good enough. Okay, well, and that's fair. What was next, Darren? What did you get to next?
All right, so next rumor. Parky's had in-person conversations with Kumas. Sticking point is with terms and conditions regarding playing time. So that's a loan move for Kumas. My thought was always if Kumas came in, it would be instead of Broadhead. But, I mean, I don't know. I can't see him getting the minutes that Liverpool would want him to get if Broadhead's in, because I think they're very similar. I think
my thoughts on that are absolutely. If he's coming to us as a loan, they'll want him playing minutes.
Yeah, they're going to play.
That's not a Parky mentality.
Well, that's why Parky doesn't like loan. That's why he doesn't like these loans.
Not good enough, you don't play. You are good enough, you do play.
Right.
Tough situation, because probably a great get.
Yeah. What's Kumas's position? What position does he
play?
I
think he plays a winger. I think he's been playing I can't remember if it was a right or left side off the top of my head, but he's been a winger.
Which makes it perfect sense because you're a heavy wing play side, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. No, I think he would play obviously one of the two in the box and one of the two
here you go.
Midfielders.
You boys are going to love this. So on FotMob, his primary position right wing. Other positions: right mid, attacking mid, striker, left wing, left mid,
all over, everywhere.
Typical young players heat map, that isn't it? Yeah, basically, play where you're told. So
and to be fair, young players, they can do that because it's like go tell them to run off the end of the bridge, they go run off the end of the bridge. Go tell them to they just go do it.
The next one is the Jordan James bit. Apparently he's on our radar. I am, me and John both think he's probably a step too far for us. I don't think it's a move he would be wanting. I think he's going to want to go probably Prem if he moves to England.
That's where
more injuries. The other one, I don't think we got to this one yet. More injury, not that bad. Should be in the squad Saturday. It was due to come off 5 minutes after he was withdrawn anyway, but taken off as a precaution.
That would be good.
That would be great.
Well, no, but we don't need him. We've got Ollie Palmer.
I'd be amazed if he was going to be fit. This you would know by now.
Dude, they don't tell. You know what? Though? I don't think so. They don't tell us shit.
No, but people,
they're so quiet.
Local journals, somebody would find out.
I don't know, dude.
Okay, well that's fair, and we don't know. But Josh did a show earlier today. I mean, you didn't mention this. What do you think of the Seb Rev line? Gone?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good.
Who else
move for him.
Who else is going?
Who else? We were digging into that too. Because let me finish this, and then we'll dig into. We'll get your thoughts on it. So after Broadhead, Parkey wants 2 CBs and 2 midfielders. So that'd be 5 more total.
You can have Christian Bielik off us. He's up for sale.
Which means a whole load of people need to go out. And apparently O'Connell is the max backup, and he wants left-sided cover and a Cody backup. Apparently, that's what he's looking for.
Who did you say was the max backup? O'Connell. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So those are the rumors that were going around today that everybody's been talking about.
There you go.
You get more rumors than us.
Here you go. There you go, Aaron.
Yep. There we go. $5 super chat. Tim Edwards said that he sat behind Moore, Ward, Max, and Moore was up and down through the whole game. So moving around good. That's good.
Okay. Great. Thanks for the super chat, Dan.
Yeah. Yes, appreciate it very much, Dan. You're a legend. Legend of the chat, Dan Moore. So we got to ask. All right, time out. Dan Moore, are you related?
Oh, of course.
I mean, I don't think he's in. He's been in
our
chat. He's been in our chat long before Kiefer Moore was ever here. But
it's like a Star Wars restaurant. A Star Wars reference.
Is there no rumors that Max is on his way out after Josh sold him?
Well, I mean, the rumor is that this guy's trying to sell him.
Oh, here he is.
Oh my God, Josh Anthony.
This guy's trying to get. I mean, hey, in the chat, save Max. Hashtag save Max.
Hashtag save Max.
Yep,
get it trending.
Get in there. This Josh guy's trying to run him out. Let's see.
I'll put it in there.
There you go. Oh shoot! There we go.
Dan's put it in there too. I love it. Yes, let's go, people.
So I'll put it on Twitter later and tag him in it.
There you
go. Everybody's in there. I love it.
Genuine question. Palmer still goes, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, surely. Oh no.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy. He knows I'm on a show. He obviously he's.
I wouldn't even answer it. Mate.
What do you want? We're busy here. We're trying to run a show.
Ken.
Who's
what?
Max? Who's Max?
Max, that guy that you're trying to sell.
You gotta get rid of him. He's done. Max is done.
Max, oh my God.
He's doubling down.
You're gonna get canceled. You're gonna get canceled for saying things like that.
Okay, I haven't got an issue with that guy. I've got an issue with you guys.
A save Ferris moment, save Max moment, right? Save Max. Life comes at you pretty fast.
There you go. Get out of here. Out of your mind. All right, see you, buddy.
Okay, now I've got a bone to pick.
Uh-oh.
I didn't hear bashing Ashfield. What's happened there? What are you boys saying about Harry Ashfield?
We weren't bashing
Ashfield.
We weren't bashing Ashfield. We were just simply saying at his age and his stage of his career, he probably would benefit from a loan where he would play every week.
Yeah, okay. Actually, we said we thought he played pretty well last night.
Yeah, I did.
I thought Max or Harry played really well last night.
So here's my take on Harry Ashfield. If they had played him for a dozen or more games last season, he would be basically bottom to mid championship level already as a minimum, because that's how fast young players develop. And if he didn't develop, you would know. But I'm very confident he would have. You know, I mean, because he doesn't look scared out there. He beat that man with a great turn off his right foot onto his left foot. Now, he didn't score the goal, and his finishing isn't quite there yet. But the only way you get that is by playing quality. And so I just think, block Josh Anthony. I love that. And thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you've got my back. Yeah. So, but that's my take on Harry Ashfield. Like, he should have played minutes last season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Wayne Evans, who we've had on, he used to play first one week. You're good enough. It doesn't matter how old you are. You know, look, you know, bloody, you look at all these young players that have played, like Barcelona. Oh my God, they got the most expensive player on the planet probably now. If you had to buy him, and he's what, you know, 17
or 18. What is it?
We had Jude Bellingham playing central midfield for us in the Championship at 16 years old.
Yeah,
exactly.
And he was the best player on the pitch week after week.
Exactly. Like, you know, and I think more time. What I did notice, although, and I do a little bit of Harry Ashfield watching, especially in defence, because it looks like he's been given the role when he comes back into defence of just filling a hole. You know, like a zone type defense in basketball. He just fills a hole. He's just floating around, covering gaps. So he doesn't. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have a lot of responsibility, but he's not in a critical position in defense, which is probably good for him, because you can't make the big mistake. Like, you know, that's where Max is under a huge amount of pressure. You know, that's his role. He's in defense. He's got to stop guys, you know, and if guys beat him, it can lead to a goal. Whereas Harry doesn't have that problem, and that's the advantage, I guess, of being an attacking type player as opposed to a defensive type player, is that your errors aren't as critical.
Do you ever worry that the club progresses too much for an Ashfield, if you know what I mean? So, like, say, you know, well, I know it kind of has, but are you concerned that it gets to the point where Ashfield turns around and says, "I actually need to leave to go and play football now"? You know, there will come a point in his career where he goes, "I can't wait forever to play here."
So here's my brutal take on that. I'm not concerned by that, because there's another Ashfield around the corner. You know, we've got to get our academy up and running. You know, and that'll start to happen a lot better this year and next year especially. But I want Harry Ashfield to succeed and be in our team in the Championship and be a star, and I absolutely think he will be. But I'm not concerned by it if it doesn't happen, because this is the nature of professional sports. Old players retire, young players come through.
See, so let me get this comment back up. Hey guys, could you believe that Josh had no idea the draw for the cup was today?
Listen, I absolutely believe that.
If Josh remembers to put his pants on, he's doing well. This guy, he doesn't know whether he's coming or going sometimes.
What did you guys think of your cup draw, out of interest?
Preston?
Preston.
You know, it's
good.
I mean, game we should probably be trying to win. But I think it'd been more fun to just draw somebody big, you know, get a big away day.
Well, did you see there's Prem teams after Prem teams drawing Prem teams? I'm just like, it couldn't have, like, you know, for trying to get that big game, that big fixture, it sort of fizzled in that regard, the draw this time.
Problem is with Prem teams in this competition, especially like in the second round and the third round, is you don't play a Prem side. You draw a Prem side, and you kind of think, "Oh, we got a Prem side," and then basically you play their under 21s and probably 2 or 3 senior pros. And the most annoying thing is they still kind of outplay you, which is kind of
because that squad's still worth 300 million.
Yeah. We played Fulham this time. I think it was in the second round last season in the League Club. We played Fulham at home, and ironically, Stansfield scored for Fulham against us. But it was kind of like there was a few senior pros, but it wasn't many, and it was mainly sort of, you know, squad players. But unfortunately, the difference in the Prem, and it was just, it was kind of just like, great, thanks lads. But
I see that. We'll answer that, and then I've got a question for John.
Who participates in the Carabao Cup anyway? How does that get determined? That's the League Cup, right?
yeah, it's all the league sides,
Yeah.
shall we say? So
Yeah.
non-league are not part of it.
League Two.
So everybody. Yeah.
Up to
League Two up, everybody.
Yeah, and the Prem teams that are not in Europe came into the cup this round, and then I think I'm not sure if it is from the next round. All Prem clubs come into it, but the third round. This is the second round. Is the last regional round. So round 3, you can draw anyone from if you get through.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They are stupid.
Dutch.
Explain to me how Birmingham are in the north side of the draw and Aston Villa will be in the south side of the draw, and how Coventry are in the south side of the draw.
Just everybody in Birmingham loves Aston Villa more than Birmingham.
No, it's just the EFL don't want us to play each other, basically.
Yeah. Although what a banger of a match it would be.
I want to see. Yeah.
They're feisty. I've been lucky enough to go to quite a few.
So here's my question for you, John. How many were at the game tonight?
No idea.
Because it wasn't full.
No, it wouldn't have been. I would take a guess at like 15,000, if that.
Yeah,
would be
roughly.
lovely.
Okay, so about just under half full. The stadium was fairly sitting from memory.
Yeah, no, it's League Cup is not. It's one of those, isn't it? It's like with most clubs. Everyone knows we made 6 changes, and everyone makes changes to their side. So it's, you kind of think, well, why pay the money to go and watch a very heavily changed side? I mean, for instance, Sheffield United, they brought a fair following, but I'm pretty sure they would have been, they made 10 changes.
Now, this is actually, I just remembered this too. This is the members only show. So this is our chance where we can be as controversial as we like. We can say what we feel. It's not out there for public consumption. You have to be a member. So I'm going to say it right now. Rev should be gone, and he is. Mendy should be gone. Apparently he is going to be. I think there has to be other players gone. And here you go. Elliot Lee has to go.
I agree with that.
There you go. Aaron, got a shock one for us?
A shock one?
Or a player that maybe people wouldn't expect you to say that you think should be sold or sent out on loan, or, that isn't going to make the squad.
J-Rod.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
I was about to say exactly the same thing. I was going to say Rodriguez for me.
Yeah. Nick Donnellan. Nick Donnellan, Evans, Lee, and Cannon. Well, Cannon, I think, will just not be named in the squad and will just be kept until he recovers. And then January, I think that decision will be made.
I think it's difficult in some areas, though, isn't it? Because you've got to almost get the replacements in before you let people go. But I would say in somebody like J-Rod's particular case, you've got more strikers than most teams have got squad players, haven't you? So, but he's injured, isn't he?
Rodriguez? Yeah, apparently I saw something. Somebody said he just had surgery like yesterday.
I met him at the tour down under on the signing day, first signing day in Melbourne. Mm-hmm. And he said to me on that day, literally said to me, yeah, I've got a slight ankle injury, but I'll be right for the Sydney game. Now that obviously wasn't the case.
Right. Yeah.
Did you trip him up afterwards so he's out longer or something?
Well, that signing day,
took a baseball bat to that ankle.
That signing day, the players were J-Rod, Mo Farl, and Andy Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ben Tozer and Ben Foster were there as well, with doing their stuff with the juniors. So it was interesting. So the 3 players that were there, according to what we're saying right now, aren't going to be signed in the squad list. Definitely Mo Farl is, and he's gone. Mm-hmm. You're saying J-Rod goes and Andy Cannon. Well, he's not going to be recovered from injury, so he's not going to be named in the squad.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
You know?
John actually made a good point earlier. He might be somebody that goes out on loan come January. Cannon,
mm-hmm.
if he's back healthy and ready to go.
And he's like this tall.
Hey, he saw a lion.
I think
Yeah.
Jesse makes a good one as well. Marriott.
Jack, but yeah, that's another one. He
Ooh,
kind of slips to mind.
Okay, Marriott.
Yep. Yep. That's with the amount of
So-
strikers we have. I mean, we're gonna have to move some of those guys on. And just as
So which strikers? Okay, so those guys go. Which are our staying strikers?
So right now, so let's assume, or we don't have to assume. Let's not assume Broadhead. Let's not add Broadhead.
This
in. With
is
what we've got
members
right
only,
now.
people. We can put it out there.
All right. So Kiefer Moore, Ryan Hardy, Josh Windass, Smith. That's 4. And then if you throw Broadhead in, he's 5. And then what you have left over would be Palmer, Marriott, J-Rod, and Fall.
And Fowle's already gone. So
Fall's already gone, right?
So Palmer, Marriott, J.
Palmer, Marriott, and J-Rod.
All 3 of those gone. Keep 5,
We've
3.
got 8, and then you have 5. Yeah.
Wouldn't you classify Windass as a 10? And
Well, he seems to be playing.
Well, he's playing like that. He's playing the same
Outside Windass,
spot that
not
J-Rod was. So they're playing
Yeah.
that second striker /10 however you want to
well
further
and he's
forward
staying.
than the other midfielders, basically. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's where he's played so far.
Wow. Okay.
I suppose you've got to think in a matter of speaking like Parker, isn't it? He's going to want options in the sense of if you've got Moore, he's going to want somebody of a similar profile to back up to Moore, and the same with Smith. And because I would say Smith and Hardy are probably similar type of player in that regard.
Yeah.
So who's the similar backup to Moore?
It's Palmer, isn't it?
Palmer.
I dare say he probably thinks it's Rodriguez when he's fit.
Maybe.
Interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Because so under Aaron's theory, there was 5 staying. We've got 3 keepers. That's 8. That leaves you still 17 players across your midfield and defence. I have a feeling there's room at least to keep at least 1 more striker. Because 17 across 7 positions, that's more than 2 a position as an average.
Yeah.
So I think you could definitely keep one more of those guys. Plus, if you do keep Aaron James and Harry Ashfield, they don't count.
Okay. Here's the other thing to keep in mind too. You've still got to get your numbers right to have a 25-man squad too. So if he's bringing in 2 more center backs, 2 more midfielders, you're gonna.
Well, for me, what I was saying was you had.
So you can't keep too many strikers. You know what I mean?
No, but if you're getting in 2 more centre backs and 2 more midfielders, that means 2 centre backs and 2 midfielders are going.
Yeah.
Or you needed backup.
Yeah, it's a simple 2 in, 2 out, isn't it? If that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And same with midfield. But I've got a question for you two, which is something I've mentioned in the comments in the last few shows.
Yeah.
James McLean contract extension. Somebody explain with any reasonable sound mind why on earth that has been done.
I can't. There you go.
Yeah.
Can't explain it. Loyalty.
Not in a
business.
That makes sense business wise. I can't.
It doesn't even make sense football wise, let alone business wise.
It literally has to be just thanks for what you've done. You're going to sit on the bench this season, and we're going to pay you to do it for 2 years. I don't understand it.
Yeah, but that's a
I don't
shit way of running a football team. Sorry to say.
That was bad business, John. I agree with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Didn't make sense to me. Didn't make sense.
You said it's a bad football decision as well. I tend to agree with you on that, Neil.
Yeah. I mean, I look at him and think he's not good enough at this level, fine. But he was under contract to the end of this season, wasn't he? So
Yep.
I kind of looked at it and thought it seemed all perfect, didn't it? You know, you get to the championship, you know, what will be this season. You're not going to go down. Thanks, Macca, for everything you've done. He walks off with a golden handshake into the sunset. Everyone's happy. The thing is now, it's like, I don't understand. It seems to overcomplicated the matter.
Here's the thing. You're probably going to do the same thing. It's just you're going to pay him off at the end of the season. We're gonna buy it last year.
Why create that headache?
Yeah, yeah.
I agree. I'm just saying that's probably what's going to end up happening. Like,
but if you're
captain last year,
it's the same thing with last season with Mindy. I didn't understand why we extended Mindy. I didn't understand why we extended Palmer.
But I was just about to say this exactly the thing. Palmer's going to turn around to Parky and say, "Well, you've kept him around. Why aren't you keeping me around?"
Someone mentioned it in the Discord. They actually said, was it McLean that did the extension? The extension was in his favour. Maybe he activated it.
I don't think so. Not
and
the way they.
If it was,
here's the thing: he had an extension clause in for last season. Okay, or he triggered a clause last season, which would keep him, which kept him, which is funny because here's the thing. So before the League One season, we were talking. I can't remember who we were talking to, but somebody on the show told us that they were told that Parky didn't want to keep Macca last season, but Macca triggered that extension after the League Two season. And so they kept him around. But then they extended him through this season last year. And now they've just extended him again. I don't know. I mean,
it made no sense to me, that extension. Now,
no.
If it was,
yeah.
My only way I can see it's done is it was in his favour and he was able to do it. And then the club is just saving face on the website looking nice and saying, making it look like they've extended it. But for me, if the club's extended it, I'm like, why?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man.
I'm with you on that, John. I agree.
Because it's not like you're protecting protecting money. You know what I mean? You're not selling him for money.
And plus also, it makes, sorry to bring it into finance talk, but it makes no sense for him to extend it either. Because if he leaves on a free transfer, he makes more money if he leaves on a free transfer. Because he gets a big payoff to join somewhere.
I think Nick's onto
it.
Well, you can say that here. It's members only, Nick. That's where you can say it. I mean, okay, so the thing is,
somebody said earlier it may just be the members only chat. We got Josh sets up the stream, so I don't know. It's supposed to be members only.
Who is what's my point here? Oh yeah. How many more years? That's what I was going to say. How many more years has Macca got left playing, do we think? I mean, he's the fittest guy for his age. How many more years do you think he'll play?
Well, here's the kind of on to that. At what level?
Yeah, exactly. Well, my point is at any level.
I mean, I don't know.
And do you want to slowly go down the leagues with your playing career if you just want to keep earning money, because that's what will happen? Or do you just retire at the top, at the peak of your game, which he hasn't done because he went back down.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, yeah.
Depends. I don't know, but it depends if he's got any favoured clubs that he would like to go and play for before he retires. Maybe, you know, is he still a big fan of Wigan? I don't know.
So Gene says only one of your members only was actually members only. The rest have been members only chats. We gotta get on Josh. We gotta get Josh.
We'll be fixing that, Gene. So if it's out there now for public consumption, we're putting it out there.
See, we don't, or just inside baseball here, guys. We don't get to, we don't have the access to be able to set up the streams. So Josh always sets up all the streams for us. So I don't know. I don't know how you even go about setting up a members only stream, but apparently he's been doing members only chats.
What Aaron's trying to say is Josh screwed up.
No.
We would never say that about our boss.
Do you want me to say it for you?
Please.
All right.
Please don't.
He screwed up.
Hey, shoot the rehearsal. Shoot the rehearsal. That's how we roll.
There it is.
Shoot the rehearsal.
So,
and to answer Dan's question, Damari Gray is 29.
29. Let's see what else we got here. What's this, Jesse?
Well,
Guys, give me your predictions Oh yeah, we did.
I got 'em
What
for
did I
you.
say? I went 0-0. I went 0-0.
You went 0-0. John went Desmond 2-2, and I went 2-1 to Ipswich.
Are you guys doing a watch along for that? By just out of interest, because I
don't
know
know.
that's on the stud. For us, it's the televised game on a Sunday, I think.
I can check the schedule, see if
I'd
he's
be
got
pretty
it.
confident that Paddy is probably doing that one.
You would what? Well, when is it? When is it?
I think it's Sunday, but then again, the Premier
Oh,
League.
is it a Sunday? Okay,
I
so
think
maybe.
I think so.
Yes,
Maybe
it is. It is the sun. Yes,
So
it
that would
is.
make sense. I mean, I haven't talked to Patty, but
Yeah, because the Premier League is taking the Friday night slot this week, so Premier League starts this Friday night for us.
Yeah, and we get the early game again, Wrexham v West Brom. So it's good timing for me. It's 9:30 p.m. I get to do the pre-game hour early, 8:30 p.m. I had a beer last time. Aaron didn't want to have a beer with me at stupid o'clock in the morning.
well, yeah, it was like six in the morning for me. Ken's like, get a beer, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's what I'll do.
It's football hour and it's allowed.
That's right. Yeah. It's like religion.
You guys looking forward to the West Brom game? Slightly tentative, worried, confident?
I'm very interested to see how it plays out because they seem like they want to play similar to us and play. They're happy to not have the ball. At least it looked that way against Blackburn. I need to watch a little more. I'm doing the rest of my homework tonight for tomorrow's show, but I was not. I think it'll be interesting to see who ends up with more of the ball, and how it plays out. I'll tell you what, they the first 20 minutes of the game until they scored their goal, they looked like they were going to just absolutely steamroll Blackburn. I thought they were going to win that game 3-0. I thought they were going to run away with it.
Yeah,
but
it
just kind of slowed down there. So I don't know. I don't know if it's kind of like what seems like Parkey likes to do. You get the goal, and then they just kind of sit on it and try to protect that lead. And so it'll be interesting to see how that. I don't know. It'll be a really interesting game to see how it plays out. Plus, I think it's a team that we kind of know where they're going to be. You know what I mean? They're going to be a team that's probably maybe not in the playoffs. We're going to be pushing, or at least we think they should be a team that'll be in that general vicinity of the table. And so it'll be a good litmus test for us to how we match up. You know what I mean? I'm excited for it.
I'm not nervous. I'm not confident, but I am really excited to see how we're going to perform in our first home game in the championship, and how we're going to come at it, because I think that will be that I think we need to go out and play with some real authority in this game and try and put a stamp on it at home and get a win, and if we don't and we get a draw, I'll be happy. I'll be okay with that. If we get a loss, I won't be happy. Not at home. And that's harsh to say because all these games are tough in the championship. But that's my take on it. I think we can come out and do something. There's some good chats back here. I'll just quickly go back to this. Mad Al still thinks Arthur lost his spot to Ward. He was crap. I don't think Arthur was crap.
I think his distribution is.
His distribution's his weak point.
Yeah, for sure.
But his goal saving ability's fine. It wasn't his fault. A couple of those goals were nowhere near his fault. He couldn't have stopped them no matter what. I blame some of the other defenders.
Yeah.
Gene, this is on the members only. Josh is just touching his own buttons. I love Steve Barton, who's our top contributor by far. My lucky cocktail worked. He obviously had his lucky cocktail in the whole game.
There we go.
I love this Mad Al. Neither team wants possession. It'll be on the centre spot for 30 minutes.
The one thing I would say about West Brom, though they do like to play, shall we say, counter-attacking football, you give them the ball, they can play. They've got some good players in there.
Yeah.
I will probably watch the game because it's the early kickoff game live on Sky for us. I'll be really interested. I think it's like you said, Aaron. I think it's a great game to test yourself against what is notoriously a solid top 10 championship side. So it'll be I think you'll get a very good gauge of where you are as a side in this game.
Yeah.
Jesse, I tried to sell him to a Welsh techie, and
We tried.
they said we'd have to pay them for them to take him in, so we just couldn't pull it off. Couldn't make the deal work.
So we set up a Venmo account.
No, we love Josh and his pushing the wrong buttons.
Yeah, that's part of his charm.
It
Yeah. There you go. Matt L's enjoying the goalkeeper 8-second rule. Me too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
It killed us last season. Absolutely murdered us last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. The pitch looked amazing. The pitch did look amazing.
Yeah. On TV, it looked great.
It looked in fantastic condition. It held up well. But just playing on that level pitch every week where the ball just rolls true, you know what's going to happen, just elevates the standard of football.
Quality grass seed, that's what it is, you see.
Yep. We got a few minutes.
You know what else? I just he was Jesse messing around about transfers. We got to get our plans laid out for our transfer special too, deadline day special.
Oh, that's an Aaron. That's an Aaron special.
Coming up.
It's one
I
of his
can't wait.
favorites.
We got to decide. Are we doing? Are we dressing up again? Or are we doing? We're gonna do fancy dress and everybody just does whatever. Or are we gonna do like last year where we were? I had my tie on. I looked all sharp. I don't know.
You did look pretty sharp last season.
Hey, I did my hair even. I mean.
Actually, I'll tell you what, John, the best part about the transfer show is Aaron's opening monologue.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I was on the show.
Yeah, he was on there.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see this opening monologue. You got a lot to
I gotta figure out how to top it. That was pretty solid last season. I don't know if I can top it. I'll work on it.
I think you can do it, mate.
I got time to figure it out.
When is what day is deadline day? A stupid.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I
in
don't
my
know
head
why.
I've got September 10, but
I've got a stupid feeling there's fixtures on the deadline day.
Oh no way!
I don't know if I'm wrong, but I swear I've got it in my head. There's something.
I know.
Probably the first. It's probably Monday the 1st, I'd assume. The 1st falls on a Monday, so I bet it's.
No, I think it's something daft like the 3rd or something.
Okay, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it. You guys continue.
See what else we got. Question: how soon is it before keeper gets a red card for not being able to count on 2 separate occasions?
And unfortunately, they don't get booked for it, do they? So that's. Do
they not get booked for it?
No. If a keeper holds onto it for longer than 8 seconds, a corner is given. The goalkeeper doesn't get carded for it.
Yeah, right. Monday, September 1.
It is my. See, I know it. It's 7 p.m. See, that's the crappy part. I may have to take a day off, or half a day off.
What's happy about that?
Well, because it's going to cost me money. But
mate, you make so much
vacation.
money.
I'm out of vacation days is the problem.
That
sucks. I liked it when it was 11 o'clock because it timed out really perfect for me.
John's gone all dark on us there. It's like he's hopped in the dark.
So I opened a fixture tab. Sorry,
he's going to the dark side.
I'm trying to work out if there is, because there will be Monday Night Football. There'll be somebody playing somewhere on deadline day.
Well, we don't have any games on September 1st in the championship. Oh, wait up. Oh, no, wait up. Well, no, we don't.
Oh, wait, September 1st. That's going to be, that's Labor Day for us. I'm off that day. Perfect. Yes, it's holiday in the States. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm off that day, so it'll be perfect. We can do a 24-hour stream. Let's do it.
I love this. Nick Donnellan's worried about, he's talking about our overtime down here in Australia. I have a friend. I'm going to tell you a great little story about overtime. I have a friend that works in an industry. I won't disclose the industry or what he does, but it's a very important job. He yesterday, on our public holiday, went in and worked for 2 hours. He was there for an hour and a half, apparently, but got paid because he was there on a public holiday. He was paid double time, which is 4 hours. They got to get paid for a minimum of 4 hours. So he got double time, which is 8 hours. Plus, he was on overtime rates for the day before, which means he gets double that. So he worked for just under 2 hours yesterday and got paid for 16 hours.
There you go.
Do you want to hear a funny story? When I'm on vacation at the moment for 2 weeks, loving it.
Yeah, how's the house renno going?
I don't even, my hands and everything. I hate gardening. No, before I left on vacation, I work as an IT professional. We have multiple different people in different countries working in our team. We have a daily meeting, and the French guy out of our team joined our morning meeting on the Monday morning. This is a few weeks back. We're all going around the table and everything. None of us has said anything. And we got to this guy. We asked him if he had any sort of input to the meeting. He sort of mentioned something. Then we all just mentioned, by the way, it's national holiday in France. You're not meant to be working. He hadn't realised he'd worked the entire morning.
And the French are super strict on that. If he got caught, he would be in a lot of trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
They take their holidays very seriously.
Wow.
Yeah, their employment law over there is mad.
Yep.
Wow. No. Yeah. Usually if we get a Labor Day or a holiday, they just, if they want you to work, they can't make you. Well, most places won't make you, but you'll get paid overtime, double overtime and all kinds of different pay.
So the upshot of this is Aaron's got the day off. He'll be able to.
So I've got the day off, but my fee to run the transfer deadline show is double time. So Josh is going to have to figure that out.
You got to talk to upper management about that.
Yeah, Josh is going to have to figure that out to run the.
And
the fact that I'm off that day, we can actually have a lot of fun that day.
I figured out there's no fixtures because it looks like that's the international break.
Yes, it is. Yes. So
is that the international break now? Okay,
I think
that's when
so.
it
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the deadline is the start of the international break. Yeah.
Yep. And so I'm expecting an exceptional monologue to start that show. I think it will be amazing, and I can't wait. And so Aaron will no doubt come to the rest of us.
How about this? Should I wear my helmet to do the monologue?
You got to paint it yellow if you're going to do it.
Yeah, I got to paint it.
Well, can we actually?
But what if I just wear the helmet and a tie?
Can we hear you out of the helmet?
I don't know. Can you hear me out of the helmet? Let's see.
Check out that helmet, would you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How do I sound? The
transfer
deadline day is about to slam shut.
You look
Funny
better.
enough. Yeah, you sound better too.
So yeah. Okay. Well, we jumped around a bit here, and it's all been good fun. Is there anything else you want to cover on, boys?
No, I don't think so.
You haven't bashed me about Birmingham, so I'm quite happy. So, mate,
you've had a win. You're through to the next round. You made it through the next round. You came through with Wrexham. Actually, who do you get the next round?
We've got Port Vale at home. So it's not.
Oh, okay. So that's a win.
Yeah.
So you're getting hammered. Mo Foul. Mo Foul's going to get.
Mo Foul's going to score a hat trick on
hat trick. Yeah, for sure. Mo Foul hat trick incoming.
I'm sure Clara is absolutely quaking.
I was going to say Mo Foul's going to want to stay away from Clara. People are saying Mo Foul's bulked up. Well, he will have needed to if he's going to be anywhere near Clara.
Saying that, have you seen Newman? Newman's bigger than Clara.
Wow. I just
two-man mountains. Ridiculous.
John, I struggled to get through that documentary. I tell you, I think I mentioned it the other day. It was like I forced myself to finish watching it.
Yeah, it is what I expected it to be. To be honest, I would have liked a little bit more football, behind the scenes thing. But I think the thing that everyone needs to understand is they've done it to create interest overseas, and it's done its trick. And having Mr. Brady, that front of it, has done it.
You know what I saw on the side when I watched your game this morning was a Japanese flag hanging over the edge of the stand.
Oh, there's loads Japanese
holding. That's fantastic.
Well, they got half the Japan national team on their team.
Yeah, we got American flags over there. Everything.
So can you to build a fan base internationally? How good's that for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, the cynical side of me goes, they've clearly done it also to try and break that market. Because if you actually look at it now, we've got obviously Furuhashi, Fujimoto, Iwata. We've got obviously Paik, South Korean. And I don't watch women's football, but if you look in our women's team, we've got, I think, 3 South Korean players from there and 2 Japanese players in our women's team. So it's something.
Can you speak any Asian languages, John? What's going on? Are you learning or what?
No, not at all. So saying that, some of their English is better than mine, to be honest. So, but no, it's definitely a market I think they're looking to tap into, and I'm surprised it's a market which hasn't been looked at by a number of clubs, to be honest. Especially since Brexit and since all this, where you can get those players and the permits are easier to get in theory. Well,
I wanted one of your guys. You know that.
Yeah, he was on the bench tonight. Didn't get on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I think he should move. I'll start him.
Yeah, you can send him to us on loan.
I think we did have a Japanese player last time we were in a championship called Mayoshi, and he got sold pretty much when we got relegated. And there's a lot of rumours that he's going to Blackburn, I believe, this window. So
okay. Well, this has been fun. We've been cracking along. I think we might call it, guys. We're going for our 40-minute. We won't. But I've had, like, I was here, I was out, I was back. You guys did it all while I was away. You guys here for the whole show. I'm just like part-time.
Oh, it wasn't bad. It was actually, you know what, the chat was good, so the chat kept us going. And plus, we kind of I had those topics for, from just the rumor mill from today. So we were just kind of going through that. Talked about our favorite team while you were gone. We could get some Wrexham chat in. So we didn't have to talk about the Blues while you were gone, since you weren't here. Yeah.
Interesting. I love it that I get slagged off being the Birmingham fan, and now we're slagging John.
Really talking to John.
I'm going to say you're going to have to come to a Birmingham match now.
Here's what's worse: the actual Birmingham fan slags you off for being a Birmingham fan.
I slag him off for being more positive about them than I am.
Yeah, he doesn't like the fact that I tipped them to win the league. And actually, here you go, a little behind the scenes secret. When it came time to doing our league predictions, when I was getting up, and I honestly thought Birmingham in the top 3. But once I got to there, I thought, nah, I've got to tip them to win. Because it's just good. It's just good. And if I turn out to be right, oh my God, am I going to give it to you?
Well, put it this way. I hope you're right.
You don't. It doesn't look so crazy right now, for sure.
No, that's
for sure. I mean, they definitely.
Aaron and Ken, what time are you guys on tomorrow? Tomorrow, Aaron.
So it'll be 6:30 Eastern in the U.S. I'm not sure how that works. So I think UK is 5 hours ahead of that. And I don't. What's
that? Same time as today?
Same time as the day. So
there
yeah,
you go.
Same time as the day. That's easier.
11:30 UK time.
There you go.
11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my fault. I had to push it back. Tomorrow I had to push back 30 minutes. I had to push 30 minutes back for tomorrow because I got to pick up my daughter from volleyball practice. So
Victor and I had to rearrange our whole schedule because he's got a daughter playing volleyball.
Totally ruined their whole day.
Go up, family first. We always say that, family first.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I reckon that'll do, hey?
That'll do.
Actually, let's let Wrexham's #1 supporter get us out of here.
On that glorious bombshell, we'll see you all soon.